Hello friends, welcome back to the vlog. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we are working on a roasted tomato sauce. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Everyday Comfort. Here we try to do recipes that are not only healthy but also cost effective. Just trying to control what goes into the food that we eat. I've lost a little over 30 pounds within the last year, slowly but healthy, and I'm just trying to incorporate some things and take you guys on the journey with me. So welcome. So what we have here, it looks a little chaotic, okay, bear with me. It looks a little crime scene-ish, but I bought some tomatoes earlier around the summertime from some farmers markets. And I put them in the freezer because I saw that you could put them in the freezer and they were supposed to, at least preserve the freshness of the peak, of when you bought it. But unfortunately, in defrosting it, it became a bit of a mess. So I probably won't do that again. But that's a note. If you, in the event, want to put it in the freezer, the whole defrosting thing is a bit, interesting. So I also have here, and those were like garden beef steak kind of tomatoes. I also have here some Roma tomatoes that I have sliced in half, and I also have a few cherry tomatoes. So I'm hoping to have a nice blend, to have a rich sauce. And I wash these and cut these in half. What I'm planning to do is roast them in the oven at 400 degrees for about, I think, 40 minutes. And then we can put it into a blender, puree it, then put it into jars to can. So I have been really busy, you guys, on the canning front. I have canned collard greens. I have canned some carrots, some honey ginger carrots. I've canned some chicken. They call like ugly chicken, but it's chicken that you can have in its own juice. So kind of like canned chicken you buy from the store, but the chicken is cooked and ready to go. So if you need a quick meal during the week, you can just throw that in the place of, the time that it would take to make your regular chicken, and make like a chicken broccoli ziti or something really quick on the fly. It cuts time. So yeah, we're trying that out and see how that goes. So I have garlic here that I'm going to insert. Hope you guys can see well what I got going on here. I'm going to put the full bulbs in here. I've cut off the top, and I'm going to put the full bulbs in here so that when it roasts, we can squeeze out the garlic into the sauce. And I also have some quartered onions that we'll throw in here as well. Okay, it should all roast at the same time. I got some oregano from my garden, as well as some thyme that I had over from another recipe that I did this weekend. So I'll just add some thyme in here. I'm really starting to really love the flavor of fresh thyme. I don't use it that often, but it's really nice. And then the last thing we have is basil. Excuse me. This one is fighting me. There we go. All right. So we have some basil here. We'll just, oh, that smells so fragrant. It's All right. So I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees. And as you guys can see, this looks beautiful. So now I'm going to drizzle over this olive oil. And this olive oil is cold pressed olive oil. I got it off of Amazon. I can definitely link it for you guys. Nice little drizzle over. Go. And hit it with a little salt and pepper. There we go. And that's it. We are going to put it in the oven for 40 minutes. So I will bring you guys back when it is time to process in the food processor. Okay, so we're back. We have let the tomatoes and garlic and all the good stuff roast. It actually smells like tomato sauce already before it's even blended up. It smells amazing. So I'm going to scoop some of the contents into my blender here. And we'll try to do this as mess free as possible. Okay. Okay. Oop. There we go. Thought it was too much of a mess, but that blended beautifully. Put that out here. I'm curious to see how much I'll get out of this. I'm hoping 2 quarts, but we'll see. And of course, I put down parchment paper, so this is an easier cleanup given how those frozen tomatoes were doing initially. I just felt like that was a safe bet. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was a little bit intimidated by trying to figure out the process of how to make my own tomato sauce, but this actually wasn't that bad. And the smell immediately smells just like and I know it's gonna taste way better than store-bought. I already know that. All right, so I am going to finish the rest of this and I will bring you guys back when I'm ready to ladle in. Well, no, I have to put it on the stove and just make sure that everything is cooked through. So we'll come back when I'm putting it on the stove. Okay, so we have our sauce here. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful color. We have the basil, onions, garlic, and of course the tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is ladle them into the jars, and let's see. I think I might get more than 2 jars out of this. So it was really quick, you know, the whole process, just blending it up in the blender. If you have an emulsion blender, you can do that as well. If you want to just put the ingredients in a pot and go that way, it can be as chunky as you want it to be. You can load it up with other vegetables. This is a really clean slate as far as what you want to add and build upon. I didn't put too much seasoning in this because I know when I pull it out for recipes, I'll add my own ingredients to it. And I also need to add, per the canning rules, I need to add some lemon juice to this. So let me get that right now. I need to do, I think, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to each jar. All right, so let's get the lemon juice going here. Hopefully that won't throw off the taste. Yeah, that goes. We need to follow guidelines, so I'm going to be following the rules. Okay. I think we're close to the head space. Look at that. I'm pretty proud of myself. And you know, going to the farmers markets and stuff, it only costs you a couple of dollars as opposed to spending like $10 or so on spaghetti sauce in the store, because you know, for me who reads the label, you're trying to find stuff that doesn't have natural flavors and all those other kind of things. Natural flavors derives from something that is used across the board. It not only is it for natural flavors, it's also for scents and different things like that. Like it's in like natural textiles. They just take this oil-based whatever it is and they make it to where it conforms to whatever, you know what I mean? Like say if you had barbecue sauce for instance, the natural flavors, they would fix them to be like a smoky flavor to add to your barbecue sauce. Is it real? Is it food? No, it's not. So you really got to pay attention. Natural flavors, you would naturally think that it was something that's good for you but it can be misleading. It can be very misleading. Besides the fact of, the sodium might be very high on it, or, the sugar might be very high on it. I added some salt to the tomatoes before they went in the oven, but I haven't put any sugar in this at all. Okay, so I think we have enough to fill up this third jar, and I am pretty impressed, I have to tell you guys. Now, I don't think that you would want to add, sometimes to certain sauces you want to add like wine or something like that. I don't think for this you would want to do that at this point. Especially, okay, if you were going to can it, put it through the steam canner to seal it and everything for food preservation purposes, you don't want to put any wine in this. You want to keep it basic. Or if you're just going to make one, say if you made enough for just a couple of jars to put in the refrigerator, if you were planning on using it soon, then you could go ahead and add wine to it if you'd like to. Your kitchen, your rules. Okay, so this one doesn't exactly fit a full quart. Doesn't exactly fit a full quart. So what I am going to do is seal the other two and get them prepped for canning. And this one I will just put in the fridge to be used this week for some sort of pasta recipe. But yeah, this is your own tomato sauce. I'll put the recipe below in the show notes for you guys to try it out. Please let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share below. If you have any things that you might feel like you would have added to the tomato sauce, share. Feel free. This is a safe space, and everybody is welcome to feedback below. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.